Hello everyone, hope you're fine. Welcome to DJSF videos in DJSF YouTube channel. Today we're looking at the Pioneer DJ TDG Rev 7. The new year just happened and we have a Pioneer DJ controller with turntable platters. It's great, don't you think? It's the first time Pioneer introduced platters directly on their players or controllers. And with a big, giant, beautiful screen. So let's talk about, like always, the navigation. We will go directly on the navigation and the screen, the two screen of each players, each decks. After we will see the mixer part, the utility part, and the deck part. First, you have to know that the DDG Rev 7 can, of course, it works on Serato DJ, but you can also plug your turntable or TDG player or whatever directly on the phono line input on the back of the mixer. You can also make DVS if you want. Yes, you can make DVS like you just see now. And before putting a track, you have to know that, like you saw on the little presentation, you can have two computers with two Serato DJ libraries and switch between A or B, or of course phono line. If you are on phono line, the mixer part will be like a S7, DJM S7, so you will have all the FX directly on board. So you can control FX on Serato, or you can control FX directly on the mixer. So navigation part, like always, you can manage your track. You have to push here or push on the back button to go to the playlist. And when you are on your playlist, favorite playlist, you go to the track, you push load for the deck 1, you push load for the deck 2, and you will have your two tracks. You can also move all the part of Serato DJ like you want. I like this one, and you can prepare your track. Let's see the prepare section. So when you want to play a track further, you have just to go on it, shift load, and you can see it on the prepare list. Let's erase it like that. And after you can make an extendable. You see if you play the track maybe here, you can make an extendable and have the same track on the same place. And like I said in my Instantables video, you can use this function, one for hip-hop technique, pass, etc. Or if you have, it's not the case of the DDG Rev 7, but if you have just one mixer with one turntable or one HID player, HID player, you can have two tracks and you can play like that with the Instantable. See my video, you will learn how to use it. So navigation done. But when we speak about navigation, we have to speak about the screen on each platter. So let's see this one. You see there is a lot of information, and you can also set a lot of things with the settings directly inside. First, you can change the view. You see you have your little bar here for the cartridge, like a cartridge on a turntable. And you see the deck is like a turntable. If you turn a turntable, you will have the pitch like that. It's for the battle mode, you know. You have the play pause here, pitch here, ready for battle. So you see on the screen, little bar, I can put off or on if I want. I can, with the shift button, move the waveform, zoom in, zoom out if I want. I can move the display mode. You can have your own picture, your own logo. We will see on the utility just before the mixer part. You can have this waveform and you can have the other waveform here. So you can see both. If I jump like that, you see like that, I can have my both waveforms. So it's pretty cool. And you can have the little, I don't know in English, we call it macaron in French. So you can have the same as Serato, and you can have the Serato logo if you want. And of course, I can put on and off the bar. Let's see the waveform. After, let's see the utility mode, because there is a lot of little function like smooth echo, etc. you can set them directly on the screen. So you push longer on back, you have utility, and you can set a lot of things. So smooth echo, we will see after. Smooth echo allow you to have an echo, not this echo, but another echo on each deck. It's like the DJM S11, for example. So you can set the trigger. You can say that you want an echo when you fade out. You want echo when you cut on the crossfader. You want an echo on the silent cue, etc. So you can set those things directly here. You can set the beat if you want a quarter echo, half a beat, 1 beat, etc. The level, of course. You can also set the mic echo if you want, so 3/4, quarter, etc., etc. Auto standby, demo mode, the torque of your platter, high or low, the talk over mode, the talk over level, mic low cut, stereo on, mic to booth if you want to have your mic directly on the booth output or not. You can have the limiter on the master on the booth for the mic, master stereo or mono if you want, master attack, master limiter, booth out, booth attack, jog brightness, LED brightness, everything about the sleep mode if you want to be lit or flash or blink or not, and MIDI mode and factory reset. So everything on this screen. Before going to the mixer part, you have to know that you have 6 buttons for 12 FX. It can be beat FX, if I choose Shift beat FX, or software FX inside Serato if I want. Every FX like echo, reverb, etc. on the table, on the mixer, or on the software will be post fader. So you have the release of the echo when you fade out, for example. So you can choose every FX directly on the utility. Let's see it. Okay. First, you have to know you can see which version of your driver and firmware of the DDG you have. So you can, if you want, you can make an upgrade or not if you want. So first page, you have DDG input. So you can see if you are on A, on B, on line or phono, etc., etc. DDG output, you can control if you want the channel control tone, your mix out, etc., etc. And your USB output level, for example. FX Bank, so here you can see if you can set every FX directly on your mixer. So the list is here, so you have all those FX here, including software FX if you want. And so you can change each FX, each beat of each FX, the white for the flanger or for the level if you want. You see it will be linked directly. So each part, each FX. And what is great is when you are going to make a filter or an FX, you see only one button, only one rotary button here. But you can have 2 FX, for example, like that. I have a filter. You see, a white filter because it cuts everything at the end. But if I do Shift Bank B, I can have a pitch, for example. So Bank A, Bank B. Everything directly on the utility of the DDG Rev 7. You can also set every beat and every parameter directly here. You see beat or here, and Shift will make something like that. For example, for your echo, you will have this echo here. A big echo with low, etc. So it's not cool on the ear, but you can exclude the low frequency on the echo. So it's pretty cool. So everything is linked to this little utility software. After you have preferences, so you can activate default loop. You can change the cutting of your crossfader, etc., etc. And let's see now the mixer part. So, like I said, you have your filter here if you want, or an over FX, and you have the trim control. 3-band EQ. The FX part, so 12 FX. We will see this part after. The PFL section, so you can, Q section, you can have the level of your headphone, you can have the balance between Q and master here, and you have your Q section, PFL section, I prefer say PFL here, so you can mix your performance directly here. Fader and crossfader, like you saw on the little presentation, you have all the settings on the front of the mixer, so you can have the curve reverse for the each fader, and you can have reverse curve and filling adjust on the crossfader. You have the level sampler sampler volume here, both here, master here, the two outputs here. And after you have little smooth echo, so you can have one echo here on another echo here. You always have this echo if you push on here. And of course, like you saw here, I said that I don't want crossfader, so I have the echo here, but not here. So you can choose, or here. And after the pad section, so you have all those effects: OQ roll, saved loop, sampler, pitch play, slicer loop, save slip, and scratch bank. For both decks, we will see the decks part. There is a lot of things to say, you know, on this DDG. And let's see how it goes. So you have the OQs allow you to have little points directly on your track. You can play pre-play before starting here, you see. Like a sampler, for example. And when you have your right OQ, you can play directly here. But you can also play them directly on when you play the track. Etc. You can also play them with sleep mode, allow you to have your music still playing underneath. Etc. And you can record them directly here. And you can erase with shifts. After roll, it's a little loop and the music still play underneath. Etc. Saved loop. When you I will erase my loop to allow you to see like that. So saved loop, and let's see if it's like that. So saved loop, when you are making a loop here, we will see after how to make a loop. For example, 8 loop, you can save it here. For example, first loop. after another loop. Here, for example. And let's record them. After you have the sampler. So the sampler can be put directly on the pad section here, or with shift with scratch bank here, but we will see after. You see you have sampler, but we will see when we will be on the deck part. Sampler, it's easy. I have all my sample, of course. Yeah. So for example, this one. You can stop it with shift. You can make your own sample and directly put on your sample part, or you can also take a track with all your cue points. You see here it's just a sample. Here it's a track, but I have odd cues in it, so I can choose which odd cue I want. For example, if I put this track here, I will put 3 times this track, and you will see I will take the 1 and I will check the odd cue 1 and the odd cue 2. You will see what I mean. Yeah. So I have my odd cue 4 here. 1 and 2. So you can have those samples, but keep in mind you have to stop it. You see? The track will play. So you put and you stop. Whatever. And this sample can be done with or without the FX. You see here, I have no FX. If I push shift here, it will blink and I have FX. Pretty cool. So sampler part. We will see after this part here. After pitch play. So let me have this one, okay, and I will make the pitch play with this track. So pitch play allow you to make a melody with all your odd cues. For example, I have this one, okay, so you have just to choose it. For example, this one, okay, or this one. Okay. And with the duck down, it's pretty cool. You see? I love this FX. So pitch play, you see. After slicer loop, let's see slicer loop on this side. So slicer loop allow you to make a little loop, 4-bit loop, 8-bit loop, and you can call each point directly in the little loop, and you will have the parameter button to decrease and increase the 8-bit or 4-bit loop, and increase and decrease the little loop inside. Okay, so 8 bits and each little loop. So I can decrease the little loop. Okay. No, it's not the... Yeah. It's another best part. And after, I can decrease or increase the little loop. After we arrive at saved flip. So what is a flip mode? Flip mode allows you to record a little performance to play further. So first you have to record it. So I have my record and play button here. So let's push record. It will wait for me. Let's play. and let's record what I want. For example, this. Let's save it and stop it. And when I want, I can play it. And I can jump on my track like that. Etc. And after Scratch Bank. So Scratch Bank, you see this little bar here. Scratch Bank allow you to put a scratch performance directly on your platter. So you can, for example, play hit like that. Put Scratch Bank here. So you see, I am playing another track here. But now, when I will touch any Scratch Bank, I will have my Scratch Bank inside. Let's see, for example, OQ. You see, I have my track. So, every track. Etc, etc. And it's done for the pad section. So let's see the deck. Yeah, we have a lot of things to talk about. The deck, so you saw that you can zoom and dezoom the waveform, the display mode, you have start, pause. You can pause directly like that, or maybe longer, or more longer. And you can, of course, use your sleep mode if you want a little break and jump into your feet, etc. We are not talking about this for the moment. Let's see the pitch. So like I said, you take a turntable, you turn it, and you have your play pause here, your pitch here. So you have battle performance surface. So the pitch, you will have the tempo range. So you can have minus plus 8, 16, 50. You can combine this tempo range with this pitch with a master tempo. So without or with. So you can move the tempo and not the initial pitch. You have a tempo reset. And you have also a sync button, allow you to match two different tempo. You also have a key sync here, so you can just move the key of the track, or just sync it to another track, but not touching the tempo. And at the end, the loop, because we talk about save loop. So loop, you can have manual loop with the in mode and out mode. You can decrease, increase if you want, and of course you have auto loop, so you can choose your favorite length. You push and you have a 16-bit loop. And at the end, this little, how can I say, it's not a pad section, it's little button section, allow you to make five different functions. You have first the instant scratch. Instant scratch or sound directly on the unit. You don't have to have your computer if you want. It's inside unit. For now, I don't have in my possession the manual, so I can't explain to you how to change the sample, but I think you can change the sample. So you will have 4 samples here, and you can choose them with the you see slot. It's like a sampler, you know, a slot and pad. So first you will have this one, This one. You see, it's like you have a turntable because on the screen you see you have through. If I disengage and put line in, you have through too. It's like if I put a turntable. And at the end, we have the for function here. So let's disengage instant scratch. So what is very important to know with those buttons here is because you can have two different functions on the pad and fixation here. For example, you can have odd cues and roll and like that. You see? Or scratch bank and maybe sampler or odd cue or pitch play, etc. So you can have a lot of things. For example, scratch bank here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Let's put the track. Where is my track? Here. Let's put save loop. I will have my loops here. And can have the active or not. And at the end, sampler. Etc, etc. And it's the end of the video of the DDG Rev 7. If you have any question, feel free to ask on the video in the comment section. I hope you like this one. Thank you for watching and see you next content. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.